Okay, now moving to the next question. So discuss the physiographic feature and environmental significance of India's island groups. Okay, so this is a good question. India's island groups are the varied geomorphological diversity that Indian continent is known for. Okay, so this is an introduction which is good, but this is also quite general intro. Okay, if we look at the overall islands, so we have in India, we have more than 750 islands placed over the mainland and other parts of India, or territories we can say here. So this number could have been provided here. So that could be better. Physiographic features, if we look at, we have Andaman and Nicobar. See, you have given here a basic description. You could have given here Andaman and Nicobar formed as a accretionary wedge due to collision of Indian and Burmese plate, as volcanoes like Narcondam due to this belt convergence. Okay. Now, first thing I want to ask you that Andaman and Nicobar Islands, is it actually a accretionary wedge?
But it is.
No, actually they are the extension of Himalayas, basically of Arakan Yuma. Arakan Yuma, it is present in Myanmar, okay, which is rising above sea level in the Andaman Sea and the part of the Indian Ocean. Okay. Now, next part here has volcanoes like Narcondam. Narcondam does not have a volcano. It is the barren island. Do you remember?
Yes, yes, I do. I do. But Narcondam is actually it is a volcano. It was a volcano.
It might be,
It is
but
dormant, but it is a volcano,
okay,
as
I
far as I
have to
remember.
see that part because as far as I remember, the barren island, it is having currently the volcano. Okay, so which was
Barren
active.
Island has it. That is true.
Yeah. So
But even Narcondam it's now meant, but it is, and I've also read about the evolutionary web thing. That's why um, I wrote this, that
okay,
Andaman Nicobar is actually evolutionary. It's formed on the evolutionary web. So
okay.
I'm
So
not.
if
Mm,
we talk about the accretionary wedge part here, so it is like see, Andaman and Nicobar Island, it is more present between the part of the Indian plate, okay, and
mm,
majorly the part of we can say the Sunda plate. Okay, Burmese plate is also there, but Sunda plate it is more interacting here with that aspect.
okay.
Okay, so we can take a call. I will look into this Narcondam also because I haven't read till now about the Narcondam having the dormant volcano here. Okay,
Okay, okay, okay.
so this one thing we can put up here. Okay, now
Mm,
when we talk about the Lakshadweep it is formed of corals. Okay, mainly it is made up of
mm,
atolls. Okay, this is quite important here, and it has a dense vegetation. Okay, good. So island on the east coast of India. Okay, so riverine island formed due to the Anna branching, that is Majuli. So when we talk about the east coast, okay, so riverine island, it is present on the mainland part of India. Okay,
mm,
for example, there is Majuli. Okay, there is also, we can say, the uh, the Seva Samudram.
mm,
Okay, when we talk about the eastern coastal part, you can actually present here the Sagar Island. Okay, Sagar Island, which is present on the eastern coast. Now, under the eastern coast, for the western coast, what I will be saying, you have provided very good part here. That is, it is the outcome of the submergence of coastline formed by the mangrove. Okay, formed by the mangrove. This is something that mangrove is a part of the climate. Because of the presence of climatic conditions, the mangroves have been formed here. Okay, so submergent coast. Okay, so here we have certain islands like Khadir, then Pancham. Okay, you can also add here more island we have Piram. Then we have Saint Mary. Okay, so these are certain island. So basaltic and granitic island made here. Okay, so this is one part. You can also add, because we are in general talking about the physiographic features of environmental significance of Indian's island group. So if we will look at the overall classification, so we have the islands formed of tectonic activity, atolls. Okay, atolls. Then we have riverine island. Then we have, because of the deposition over the coast. Okay, one more aspect which we need to add here, that is artificial island. Okay, artificial island. Do you know about some? Like Saint Mary. Okay. Pigeon Island. Also, we have one island on the eastern coast, that is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Island. Okay, which was previously Saint Vincent. Okay, so this group can also be added here with respect to the development of island here. Okay, now looking at the environmental significance, the Andaman and Nicobar part, huge genetic diversity, primitive vegetation, okay, like evergreen forest is still intact. Okay, so this is forming the part of the Indo-Malaya province. Okay, now Lakshadweep, it is existing coral reef. Okay, you can also add up here, it is one of the biodiversity hotspots. I'll just rewrite it. Biodiversity hotspot. Okay, majorly we can see turtles. That is olive reedy. Turtles are present here. Okay, then it exhibits coral that are big carbon sequesters. Okay. Now, if we look at the Lakshadweep island, we need to say something more about this island. Okay. First thing, it is made up of corals. Okay. Second thing will be looking at the physiographic part. So we will be seeing that they are also having dense forest, but there is lack of water. Okay, water is lacking in this region. And in the part of vegetation, we'll be seeing that the coconut is more grown here. Okay. Now, western and eastern coastal islands, the mangroves on the islands limit the destruction caused by cyclones. Very good. Like Bhitarkanika. Riverine islands stabilize the sediment-laden river like Brahmaputra. This is also good. Then islands are India's strategic frontier and crucibles of varied racial diversity as well. Okay, so this is also an important part which we can see is good for the answer. Just give me 1 second. Okay, come here. Arohi. Okay, there are certain kids here. Just give me. Okay. Now let's come back here. Okay, so what we will see here, the physiographical aspect and the environmental aspect here of the islands. Now, one more thing I want to address here, that it was majorly asking about the India's island groups. Okay, so when it is talking about the island groups, we'll be focusing more on the Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep. Okay, for the Andaman and Nicobar island part, what we can write here, here we'll be seeing that there is the South Andaman or South Nicobar. In this South Nicobar island, we have a developmental project. Basically, it is strategic. Okay, but this strategic project actually will be seeing that it is having certain under cable development, then certain there will be development of port will be there. Okay, so this is resulting into the loss of evergreen forest. Okay, so because of this, what we'll be seeing that there have been a forest swap. Okay, between the state of Haryana. Have you heard about it? The forest swap have been taken place between the South Nicobar Island and the Haryana. So here you have to put this as a case study. That this is something with respect to the environmental significance is taking place in the South Nicobar Island with respect to the deforestation. Okay. Now, Lakshadweep, we know majorly. Now here we'll be seeing that they are majorly atolls. Okay, they are present as a group of islands. Okay, certain name of the islands also we need to put here from the Lakshadweep. Like we have Minico.
Agati.
Okay, what did you tell the name?
Agati.
Agati. Okay, then we also have other islands, group C. Okay, so certain name of the islands have to be provided here. And in the Andaman, in the Lakshadweep region, we will see that with respect to the environmental significance, there is development of a desalinization plant, basically for the potable water. Okay, so this desalinization plant, it is present in the region and it is affecting the environmental concerns. Okay, it is affecting the environmental part of the region because the salinity in the region, it is increasing. So it is because of the increase in salinity, it is basically affecting the corals which are present there, because corals have a certain tolerance with respect to the salinity. If the salinity goes beyond certain limit, so it will result into the affecting of the corals also. So these certain things we need to add here for making our answer, and this will also go, you can write it as a case study also, or you can just give an example here, because we are looking at the environmental significance part. It has to be very a bit specific. Okay, actually either in the form of example or in the form of case study, that yes, you know that what is happening in those regions. Okay, else what we see here, that it is more like a bit general, it is looking like. Okay, so conclusion is good. Okay, so we will see here that we can make a map of India also, which is having this both island groups. Okay, so here we have Lakshadweep, here we have Andaman and Nicobar group. So you can specify this diagram is not good, which I have made, but you can make a better one. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, map is also required. Okay, so here also we can go with 3.5 out of 10. But yes, improvements are there and it can be done with respect to this part. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Now, one thing I want to ask you that if we are talking about the physiographic features, when could have been the Andaman and Nicobar Islands would have formed?
Sorry, what is the question?
When could have been the Andaman and Nicobar group of islands formed?
Sir, I don't know.
Okay, so here we'll be seeing that after the Indian plate it collided with the Eurasian plate. Okay,
Mm.
so when there was the tilting of the Indian plate towards the northeastern part. Okay,
Mm.
so it took place almost around 30 to 35 million years ago when this group of
Mm.
island have formed here. Okay, and when we talk
Okay.
about the Lakshadweep region, okay, when
Mm.
we look at the Darwin's Darwin's theory for coral formation.
Mm.
Here we can see that because of the sea level rise, because of the sea level rise, which could have taken place after the Pleistocene Ice Age. Okay, so
Mm.
this Lakshadweep Island formation, it could have been around 15,000 years to 12,000 years.
Okay, sir.
That is, the Lakshadweep Islands are recently formed. So if we give this data also, so it could be very good for you to make the evaluator understand about the basic physiography here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So any doubt in this question? Anything